What's going on, guys? So boy oh boy, did this thing save me. So I wanted to show where I hide guns and weapons all over the house, which I'll show you in another video. Actually, maybe I'll show you some of it in this video just to make it easy. But anyway, so I have one of the concealed canvases here, right? It just looks like a canvas, it's just metal. And when I was making my video, this has been here for, I don't know, 2 years, 3 years, something like that. And it's battery powered. Right, so there's, electronic piece here that obviously unlocks and locks it, right? So you can't just open the thing, it hinges open. And I went to make my video, like literally the last time I was ever going to use it because I was going to take it off the wall because I'm moving. And the battery was dead. And I'm like, oh my God, how am I going to open this thing? Because once the battery dies, that's pretty much it. You can't open it, right? These take 3 AAA batteries. And it's supposed to beep, like when the battery power's getting low and you use it, it's supposed to go like beep, 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 like real quick to let you know. But I don't frequently go in here. Sometimes I go in here, just grab 1911. I think it's fun. But I haven't been here in a while and the battery's died. And I'm thinking, oh my God, what am I gonna do? Can you even see this? This is black on black on black. I don't know if you guys can even see this. There you go, maybe that's a better view, all right. So I just had a couple knives in here. I got 1911, and I got some magazines. And this is just in the middle of my living room. Obviously, I don't mind the mess or moving, quite literally moving. But yeah, like if I come in, something's going on. In order to open this, there's a cap, which, do I have in my pocket? Yes, I do. There's a cap here. It's part of the picture. This is all concealed in here. All right, so you can't see anything. All right, and what you do is on the bottom, you swipe one of these. And there's a couple cards, a couple ways to get in here, but this is how I chose to do this. I put this on the bottom of my little Bulldog bottle opener. And this bottle opener sat right here on the table. So you would never know that this swiped on the bottom. Whoop, I didn't even show you that. You swipe it on the bottom and it would open this. It unlocks it rather, then you can hinge it up, right? So that was my secret little gun stash, which I thought was cool. But the battery died. I'm like, oh my God. And I'm thinking I have to rip this off the wall. So Christina, who's oftentimes my better half, let me pop this cap off here. Hang on. Ugh, I'm struggling with it. My fingernails. I don't have any fingernails. Hang on. Let me put you down right here. Right there. And we grab this. We're going to open it up because I'm going to show you what I'm talking about here. All right. So, caps off. Sorry, I know I'm all over the place. All right, so essentially the little sensor's here, right? So I took this off and I was looking at it, and Christina, the logical one, said, well, there's a little plug-in part here, which I didn't even notice. Let me get that to focus. There's a spot that it's like a plug-in, almost looks like a headphone jack. And so she did some research and found that this is actually pretty common for electronic security devices like safes. And they actually make a power box that has a bunch of connections on it. And one of the connections is this, which happened to fit that. So there's 2 things here. One, I'm ecstatic that I got it open because I certainly didn't want to break it. And I certainly didn't want to rip it off the wall. I can't, that's not really an option. I can't replace sheetrock. Plus, obviously, I have to access my stuff. I'm taking this with me. This is my stuff. But not only that, but then I also realize, well, what the hell? If you have one of these things, you don't need any special codes, any special keyring things. All you need is a power box, right? That has the fitting. So you could do this with anyone's electronic safe that has this. So yeah, that's something. So anyway, since we were talking guns here a little bit, that obviously is a spot where I had guns. I had the 1911. I have a couple knives there. Got a SOG. I forget the model, but that's a double edge, half serration, half plain edge on the other side. Then we have a Emerson Knives. Then we have that Schrade sickle looking knife. Well, let's see. Let's do some gun checks here real quick. And again, the house is messy. Don't mind it. Right next to my door, where I keep Glock 43. All right, so I'm going to take the magazine out. Actually, hold on. I have to do a double check, triple check. Last thing I want to do is have a negligent discharge trying to make a YouTube video, right? So what's cool about this, and I forget who makes this, but it obviously magnetizes to there. You can use any gun that obviously fits in the width of that, and this is a smaller gun, so there's plenty of space here. You could put a full-size Glock in here, all kinds of stuff. Pretty much anything semi-automatic that's not ridiculously huge. So the concept, which I've done many times, is, oh, there's a knock at the door, or I have a little, you know, security buzz, my phone goes off because I do have a ring out there. And so it's like, all right, well, as I'm coming to the door, I always grab my gun. And what's cool about this is that you can rack the slide. So there's a stop at the bottom that allows you to physically rack the slide one-handed. So as I can't do this with the camera, but as I'm grabbing my door, right, to unlock it, a bolt lock and a regular lock. So as I'm literally unlocking my door with my other hand, I rack the slide and I put the gun to my side. So when I answer the door and I open it, I'm armed because I never know who's coming to the door. All right, here's the kitchen, the small little kitchen. All right, and it's a mess, of course, right now. But in the cabinet here, hopefully you guys can see this. If not, I do have a light. I do keep a gun in here. All right, so in case I don't know, I'm standing in the kitchen and someone's literally knocks the door down, I can reach in here, and I have my Smith & Wesson Shield, all right, 2.0. All right, so that rides right there. I'll put that back in a minute. Well, let's move along. Talked about this before, it's no joke. The Nightshade series, I literally keep inside the shower here. All right, so there's one there. There's another one in the other shower. You know, it's a very small house. There are 2 bathrooms. Let's see what's underneath my desk in the office. Let me turn this so I can see too. What do you know? I have another gun. How about that? So if I'm sitting here, which I'm often sitting here doing editing and all kinds of things, I can reach under here and just grab another gun. In this case, this is my Glock 36, which is 45 ACP. And I have an extended magazine on this one. So there's another gun. Now I have access to an AR, my AK, got my magazines on the side, which you probably saw in another video. Plenty more handguns here, 2 revolvers loaded, Kimber loaded, H&K loaded, and a Beretta loaded. I got Glock. .42 loaded. All right, my side of the bed. All kinds of goodies in here. Got a Surefire flashlight, got a through-night flashlight, have another through-night big thrower, have my 3rd gen Glock 19, all right, with a light. This is a light laser combo, actually. But, yeah, I mean, I have the guns. They're available. Let's see, I have a couple extra seconds to actually stand up. If I can stand up, I can get to my shotgun. All right, this is loaded with, I have 5 slugs. Let's see. All right, sorry about that. I almost dropped my camera there. So anyway, we have, I think this is Winchester. Hang on here, it's focusing in the background. Yep, Winchester. Dual bonded. These are jacketed 1-ounce hollow point slugs. So what's nice about those, well, what's nice and not nice about those, what's not nice is that there's a possibility you can go through the wall and cross the street and through the neighbor's wall, but honestly, it's a chance I'll take. If I'm trying to defend my life, I'm sorry to say it, sorry, not sorry. I care about myself first and my wife first, so, you know, if something happens, I'll have to deal with that. I am responsible. God forbid something did happen, you know, I'll pay the punishment. But that's not the plan, obviously. And with all the trees I have around us, it would be very unlikely that would happen. But anyway, the whole point here is I hear something going on. I get to the closet. Obviously, I have a window here, which is by my front door. So it's possible that I could see what's going on. Obviously, when I come out of the closet, I can take a peek. But if someone's coming through the house, I could shoot this through the door or through the wall. I mean, I could definitely shoot it through the door. These doors are, you know, cheap, modern, paper-thin doors. But I could probably literally take a couple shots through the wall. Then I obviously have the pistol as a backup. I do have a 33 round mag in the drawer here as well. Keep that back. All right, you never know what's going to happen. Right, so, I mean, these are all unnecessary preparations for most people, but for me, it's just what it is. But anyway, so, where'd that round go? Put that back in there. And this I do like quite a bit. I did put a white bead on it. This had like a tactical front sight, and honestly, it sucked. The white bead works wonders. It's basically point and shoot anyway, but this works. You know what I'm saying? This is a first line of defense, like when I'm sleeping. Something's going on, bump in the night. That's immediately, I can get that. Literally, I've practiced a million times within 2 seconds. That I can get within probably 10 seconds. So from the bedroom on, and obviously while I'm doing this, my wife knows to grab her gun. So we're kind of covered from the bedroom. Like I said, other places around the house. Now, an obvious concern would be when we're not home, someone could break into the house and have access to these guns. And yes, that's true, because you can't protect everything all the time. That's just how it is. I don't care if you have, you know, a $4,000 safe. Someone can get into it, just a matter of time. But you know, I play the chances there because the likelihood where I live right now, anyway, there is zero crime. No one breaks into people's houses. No one steals anything. It's just how it is around here. You know, if there's a home invasion, which there is occasionally, every couple of years is a home invasion, and it's always a family member. Someone knew someone was going on vacation. They took advantage of it. Usually they're a drug addict or something, but there's yet to be, in the decades I've been here and before, from what I understand, any kind of auto theft, like real auto theft, any kind of home invasion from a stranger, any kind of, you know, serious, what's the word, serious crime that involved like bodily harm, besides, you know, personal things. Like there has been a woman who, you know, killed her husband. She stabbed him in the neck a couple times. They were an old couple and she was kind of crazy, and he happened to die from blood loss, but it wasn't, you know, something that was premeditative or anything like that. So there you go. If you guys were curious, hey, where does Jeff keep his guns and knives and that kind of stuff? I have knives, by the way, everywhere as well. I just want to show you some of the major gun locations. There are 2 other locations that I do have guns, one in my living room and one in a second one that's in the office, but I'm not showing those 2 specific locations purposely because they may get reused where I live next. You know what I'm saying? Like as far as where you saw stuff today, that's not going to happen. The house is going to have a different layout, I'm sure, and I like to change things up anyway. But those 2 very specific spots, like one, definitely the living room one, is something I'll probably reuse in the future. So for obvious reasons, I'm not going to show you where that is. The other one I may reuse. But yeah, anyway, that's all. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you like this little I don't know, random video talking about this stuff. I know people are curious. I'm curious too. I have all kinds of questions and want people to show all kinds of random things. It doesn't really make sense. It's just to kill my curiosity. This is one of those type of videos. So hopefully this killed your curiosity. So thanks for watching. Hope you have a great day. And I'll see you tomorrow with another video. Take care.